What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I'm on Toxic Gaming. Today I'm going to be going over the top 3 Ojama decks. This is going to be a 3-in-1 video, so you're going to be getting 3 deck profiles all together in this video, and that's very exciting. And we're going to be, like I said, going over Ojamas today. They're a very unique and fun deck for people to be playing. I feel like it's also another fan favorite deck that people are excited for. So, without further ado, I'm going to jump right into this deck profile. First off, we're going to start with the Land of Ojama skill. This card says once per turn, you can send an Ojama card from your hand to the graveyard, special summon one Ojama monster from your graveyard, and while you control an Ojama monster, switch to the original attack and defense of all monsters on the field. So it has this aspect of being able to get back your fusion materials from the graveyard by discarding Ojama cards from your hand. And it's Ojama cards, so if you have an extra copy of the field spell in your hand, you can actually discard that field spell, grab back one of your Ojama cards. Like I said before, that's just getting you to your fusion materials, being able to fusion someone out a lot faster. While you control Ojama monsters, switch to your original attack of all monsters on the field. So it has this little like weird floodgate-ish like effect that just changes, that sort and shields the attack and defense of all monsters on the field. And this negatively affects a lot of monsters in the game, like Jinzo, the XYZ engine, every one of them. I pulled it up just as an example. Like every one of them has lower defense than their attack. And being able to like easily climb those cards is going to be very nice. I think even Moss only has 3,000 defense. Like this card's really cool to like see in the format, and have it right at the start of the game, giving you like, if you go first, it's technically a 5-card starting hand for you. If you go second, you got a 6-card starting hand. Like it's really good. So going over the monsters list, we play triple Ojama Blue. I feel like this is the correct amount to play because whenever it's destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can add 2 Ojama cards from your deck to your hand. This includes like getting your country in case it's destroyed, and like getting any of your Ojama pieces that you absolutely need in that time period. So it's a very good card. I feel like every Ojama deck should be playing this card at multiple copies. And yeah, Ojama Red is next on the list. Ojama Red's a really cool card. It doesn't really do a lot outside of it, the ability to swarm your field. So when it's normal summon, you can special summon up to 4 Ojama monster from your hand in attack position. So you have multiple copies in your hand. You just get to special summon them all. The reason I'm playing it at 2 is genuinely just because it's it floods your field when you need it to, and 3,000 attack points is nothing to bat an eye at if your opponent has an open field. So yeah, I definitely recommend Ojama Red. Ojama Black, Green, and Yellow are all at 2 just because they're fusion material targets and they have Ojama in the name. This is an Ojama deck. You're going to probably be seeing a lot of these guys today. So yeah, I definitely recommend playing these guys at 2 copies in this deck in particular. Moving on to the spell and trap cards, we play 2 Ojama Country. That way when our field spell gets destroyed, we still have multiple copies up and ready for us to activate when we need to. Cosmic Cyclone is going to be real big in this format coming up. It was already big in the format before this set, and so like now we have even more of a reason to have to use it. So Land of Ojama is, like I said, is susceptible to the Cosmic Cyclone, so we're going to need multiple copies to keep it like alive. And then when you donate it, it's like discard fodder, I guess, for the Land of Ojamas that's already on the field to get back your Ojama monsters. 2 quick play spells. We're playing the deck being the Book of Moon at 2, Cosmic Cyclone at 2. I had Book at 3 at first, but after messing around with the deck a little bit, I actually cut it that way I could fit room for some other cards. My first run of this deck, I didn't play the fusion cards, and then I was like, oh, I need those. And so I had to actually throw in the 2 of Polymerization, and that's actually what replaced the Book of Moon at 3 and the Cosmic Cyclone at 3. So that was, Poly's now at 2 in the deck, and so if you guys come up with your own list, like every single one of these lists in this video, make sure you leave a comment in the comment section down below, that way we can discuss it. I'd love to see what your own ideas are. Tri-Wipe is next on the list. We're only playing this card at 1, so it's nothing really like crazy. What it does is that you just target 3 level 2 or lower normal monsters in your graveyard, special summon them. You're filling your graveyard with the Ojama Country, so you're able to get these cards to the graveyard as fast as possible. Not only that, but Polymerization is sending these materials to the graveyard as well. So you're actually able to use Tri-Wipe with the utmost of ease, because they don't have to be different names. You can literally have 2 yellow, 1 green in your graveyard if you really wanted to use this. And last on our list is Wall of Disruption. Since they're already switching the attack and defense of every monster on the field, this card's really, really strong in that sense because like I said, most cards in this format that are actually decent already have low defense stats. So whenever they attack with that defense stat being as low as it is, you can Wall of Disruption, and that means them lose anywhere between 18 to 2,400 of their attack points, depending on the amount of monsters on the field. Our fusion lineup is very simple. 3 Ojama King. In this build, it's going to be a little hard to summon this card, I feel like. I would definitely recommend playing Waking the Dragon in this build. If you guys want to make your own side decks. I haven't made any side decks for any of these decks because I don't know what the format's going to look like. But Ojama King, in my opinion, is very, very powerful. And, but it's just going to be really hard to summon since, you have to use 3 of your materials and a poly. So, it's in here to be in here. But, you're more than likely not going to summon it. The card you are going to summon, though, is going to be Ojama Knight. This is going to be your boss monster of the deck. The reason why is because not only is it only 2 materials to make, but it's 2 generic materials. You can literally use 2 yellows to make this card. It's just 1 Ojama monster and 1 Ojama monster. Like, it's so easy to summon this card out with the deck pair with a poly. And, you just, neg 3 for 1 card. Guess that's a neg 2. But, it's not that big of a deal because of your country being on the field with it. He's a 2,500 beater. You can discard any of your extra cards that you don't need to get back, him when he's in the graveyard. Because if you don't know, both of these cards can be special summoned from your graveyard. Next on our list is going to be the Armed Dragon list. This is a pretty cool deck that my sister's excited to play. She's a big fan of the Armed Dragon and Ojama cards, so the fact that they actually work together in this format, she's more than excited for. And I decided I was going to make the second deck of the day based around this one. It's a very, very cool deck, and I'm very excited to see what comes of this deck once the format starts. But without further ado, I'm just going to jump into it. The skill we're playing is a card called Armed and Ready, which I think is a very good skill for Speed Duel. It should have came out in the Twisted Nightmare structure deck, but hey, I'm not going to sit here and complain. And the reason why I feel like it should is because of Dark Lucius. Once per duel during your main phase, you can send 1 level monster you control to the graveyard, then special summon the level monster mentioned in his text from your hand, deck, or graveyard as if it were summoned by the sent monster's effect. So this card's really cool in that aspect because you don't need to have the materials in your hand. You can just summon them from anywhere. It is a once per duel effect, so it does have that big restriction on it, but I also think that it has a lot of potential for the Armed Dragons to make them a viable deck. And Armed Dragons themselves could probably become their own deck in this format with this skill without having to play the Ojama monsters. But we're doing Ojama decks today, so I made the Ojama deck. Alright, we're playing triple copies of the Armed Dragon level 3. That way we can get to it as fast as possible, have it on the field. Even if we don't get our match, he's there. 2 Armed Dragon level 5. And we're playing this at 2 because I don't want to clog on too many high-level monsters. Same reason why we're only playing 1 Armed Dragon level 7, especially because you can't even normal summon this monster. This card can only be special summoned. So, yeah, the Ojama match is going to be in this deck, but, this card is, too cloggy to be playing in our hands. We don't want to open up 3 of these and 1 Cosmic Cyclone and then have to pass turn to the opponent. Ojama Blue is played at 3, like you're going to be seeing in every single deck of this, of these decks today. Ojama Blue is really cool. Like I said before, with Destroy Battle, you can add 2 Ojama cards from your deck to your hand. This means you can actually add the Ojama match because it has Ojama in its name. And it's really cool because this is pretty much the boss card of your deck. It pretty much turns your deck on. So this card being able to search it when Destroy Battle is absolutely crazy. Playing Black, Yellow, Green, 1 of each. The reason why is because of Ojama Match's effect, which we'll go over next, I guess, since I'm bringing it up so much. Ojama Match is a very cool spell and trap card, or spell card. It's a quick play spell, which makes it even better. Send 1 Ojama card from your hand, or face up on the field or graveyard. Add to your hand 1 Ojama with a different name, and 1 Armed Dragon monster from your deck and or graveyard. Then immediately after this card resolves, you can normal summon 1 of those monsters. So this effect is crazy, and I want to explain to you why. So you send 1 Ojama card from your hand to the graveyard, right? So Ojama Yellow, and you do this during your opponent's end phase. So you send Ojama Yellow to the graveyard, and when you do, you get to add to your hand 1 Ojama monster with a different name. So we'll add Blue, right? and then you get to add one armed dragon monster from your deck. So we'll add armed dragon level 3. And it's not even just deck. That's the other thing. It's deck and or graveyard. So you can get either of these materials from your graveyard if you use them, which makes it really good for your armed dragon cards whenever they, say level 5 discards level 7. Ojama Match can get back to level 7 from your hand. That way your 5 can keep discarding the 7. It literally keeps your materials in the game. It's a very, very good card to have. Like I said before, it's a quick play spell, so you're activating it during your opponent's end phase, getting its normal summon effect during your opponent's turn, allowing you to normal summon one of your Ojama or one of your armed dragon monsters, like armed dragon level 3 that you added, and then which is really good because during your standby phase, armed dragon level 3 turns into armed dragon level 5. Armed Dragon level 5 is crazy, but what's crazy is Armed Dragon level 7, because Armed Dragon level 5 during your turn gets boosted to level 7 due to your skill. So this card in itself becomes Armed Dragon level 3, Armed Dragon level 5, Armed Dragon level 7, and between your opponent's end phase and your next main phase. Like, it's very, very strong to have in this format. It also not only has that effect, but it has an additional effect to go with it that says during your main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 3 of your banished Ojama monsters, shuffle it into the deck, and draw a card. Now, I don't know how you're going to banish them, but it's here to have that effect. I don't necessarily think there's any way in this deck to really banish these cards from the game. But yeah, it has that ability in case for whatever reason these guys do get DD Warrior ladied from the game. It can get them back. But yeah, the next is just generic quick play spells. 3 book, 2 cosmic. Cosmic to get rid of pesky spell trap cards like Zoma. And then, Book of Moon is in here just to protect your monsters from battle and other crazy card effects. Now, the next one is a really, really cool one to me. This is the Viral Ojama card list, which is a really cool Ojama build that's used with the Viral Infection thing. My friend Zaid came up with this idea, and it's such a cool idea. I've been, spreading the word about it, and like I said, this deck is going to be really unique in the format, especially if the Night Assailant Errata also hits Speed Duels. So, here's the big reason why. So, you get to send any amount of cards from your hand to the graveyard called Monster Spell or Trap, and your opponent sends 1 card of declared type from their deck to the graveyard for each discarded card. So, in this situation, you're sending cards like Ojama Magic, which says when it's sent from your hand to the graveyard, add 1 each of Ojama Green, Ojama Yellow, and Ojama Black. So this goes pitch Magic during your turn, add Green, Black, and Yellow, and when you do, your next turn, you get to ditch the Green, Black, and Yellow, and then mill 3 cards from your opponent's deck. And then if you end up ditching the Ojama Magic again, because it's from your field, if you end up ditching the Ojama Magic again, then you get to add another 3 copies of it, allowing you to pitch again. It's a very, very unique and fun deck. And I personally like it a lot. So we're playing 3 of the Magic. 3 is a blue. Now, blue is really cool because, like I said earlier, you're going to be getting every one of your Ojama cards. It searches your Magic when it's destroyed by battle. And not only that, but it can be targeted by Zombina to bring it back from your graveyard, to get you more material to your hand, that way you can discard it later. So it's a really, really good card to be having. We're playing double Zombina in this deck, which is really cool because it's going to be able to help you float into your Winged Karibo. And Winged Karibo says when it's sent from... if this card on the field is destroyed and sent to the graveyard by battle or card effect, for the rest of this turn, you take no battle damage, allowing you to stall your opponent out even further. 3 of each copy of the Ojamas. If you can't tell, we're playing a 30-card deck. That way we can stall our opponent as much as possible. This is pretty much what I would recommend for this. And, yeah, if you get too many copies in your hand, just Viral Infection them away. It's exactly what they're in the deck for. Triple Common Charity, that way you can activate this card and draw into more of your materials. It's kind of like your draw card of the deck because you play so many normal monsters. You can actually play this trap card. If you don't know what it does, it's trap card, Allure of Darkness for normal monsters. You draw 2 cards and banish 1 normal monster from your hand, or if you do not have any in your hand, send your entire hand to the graveyard. Triple Sphere Karibo and Triple Gentlemander for protection, and 1 of Negate Attack to protect yourself again. But yeah, I feel like this is a really good build. Like I said, this is Zaid's build. I'm literally on Zaid's account right now. And so this is the build he came up with for the list. I really liked it a lot when we played against it, so I wanted to showcase it to you. But it still has, work that needs done to it at the moment. It is, in my opinion, one of the best Ojama lists that you're going to see on Speed Duels or on YouTube when it comes to Speed Duels right now. But I think it's, very, very good. Waking the Dragon's also in this deck at 3. That way you can bring out your Ojama Kings or your Arcana Knights with the Utmost of Eve. Mana Core of Darkness is insane in this deck because your Ojamas are all beast. So if you guys don't know what it does, it says during the end phase of the cards in your graveyard, because it was sent to the graveyard, target a beast, and that's really all that matters, from your hand or face up on the field to the graveyard, special summon this card from your graveyard. So it's a reoccurring monster card that's going to be able to send these guys to the graveyard to bring it back out every single turn. We got the other copy of Zombie in the extra deck, or in the side deck, and then negate attack as well. Extra deck is going to be 2 Arcana, 2 Ojama King, 1 Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, and 1 Thousand Eyes Restrict, all for the triple Waking the Dragon targets. Alright guys, if you like this type of content, make sure you leave a like on the video. If you like me, make sure you subscribe. And above all, I want you all to stay awesome and have a great day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye. I'm just kidding, I'm back. I wanted to talk to you guys about the Odd Talks and Gaming Facebook page. It's a really nice and fun place for you to come and see and be updated on anything with the channel. I got art coming out that will give you updates on that, cards of the day. You know, you get a video as soon as it comes out. Literally, this is the first place I promote my videos to, is the Facebook page. Me asking you questions such as, like, what's your favorite side deck card in Speed Duels, and you know, me just giving you updates on the channel in general. It's a very, very nice place for me to keep in communication with each and every one of you. So if you guys want to come and be a part of that, it would be greatly appreciated. And yeah, like I said before, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.